Bonjour, welcome to this French essay writing video, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to describe a woman's character. So say for example in your French essay you've been asked to describe a woman. Her character is one of the things that you can start with or you can include in the description of a woman. So I'm just going to tell you what are the things you can include when you are asked to describe a woman in an essay. You can talk about her appearance, you can talk about her character, you can include her age, more details about what they do, and here you're using verbs, all right, to describe what they do. You can also use verbs to describe that person. You can use adjectives, you can use adverbs to describe the way they do what they do. Remember, adverbs are words that are describing the action, so you can actually say how they do the action. So you can actually link your adverbs with the verbs above to gain more marks and to write work that is more appealing and more greater work and better work. So you can also talk about her family background. You can talk about her likes, you can talk about her dislikes. Now today we're going to be talking about the woman's character. So we're going to be basically talking about the character of the woman. And to talk about somebody's character you need adjectives, and we're going to be looking closely at French adjectives. Now remember, our French adjectives are divided into feminine adjectives, masculine adjectives, and also plural. Now, how do you know that this adjective must be feminine, masculine, or plural? Remember, an adjective is a word that describes a noun. An adjective is a word that describes a noun. But in French, we even go further to say our noun has got a gender. French nouns are either masculine or feminine. So, if your French noun is feminine, your French adjectives matches with that French noun and it also becomes feminine. So, you add an E to a regular adjective to make the adjective feminine. If it's masculine, you leave the adjective like that. And if the noun is plural, you also make your adjective plural, which means you're adding an S to a regular adjective. But if it's irregular, we're going to learn that in a different lesson from this one. So the adjectives that we have today are all feminine. How do we say pleasant? Agréable. So it's the first one here, agréable. Polite, kind, or likable is aimable. Here we are, aimable. And then ambitious is ambitieuse. All right, there we have ambitious, and it's ending in an E-U-S-E because the noun we are describing, which is the woman, is feminine. Polite, poli, we have added an E to poli to make it feminine. Then rigolote, describing a funny woman. Elle est rigolote. All right, the masculine will be rigolo, ending in an O. Then sensible, sensitive, it's ending in an E, so we don't add another E. Calm, quiet, we don't add another E since our adjective is already ending in an E. Funny, amusing, amusante, all right. Talkative, bavarde. Contente, happy. Funny, drôle. Balanced, équilibre. You add another E because your last E there is ending in an accent aigu. Tiresome, fatigante. Strong, forte. And egoist is selfish. Alright? Then we have more adjectives of color here. Generous, généreuse, ending in E-U-S-E. Nice, kind, gentille, double L-E. Happy, heureuse. Honest, honnête. Impatient, impatient. Impolite, impoli. Unhappy, malheureuse. Naughty or bad, fierce. Méchante. Sweet or cute, feminine, is mignonne. Right? Lazy, paresseuse. And optimist. All right, which is optimistic. optimist. She's an optimist. All right. So just to have more practice with the adjectives that we have just introduced today. So if we have the sentence here, my sisters are lazy. So my sisters are plural. You are going to use the plural form of the verb être, which is sont, and you're also going to change your adjective into feminine, and you're also going to make it plural. So these are things that you need to be asking yourself in an exam, right? The noun that I'm describing, is it masculine or feminine? If it's feminine, make your adjective feminine. Is it plural? Make your adjective plural. So yes, our noun sisters is plural, so we're going to have plural adjective. It's feminine, we're going to have feminine adjective. So we start with feminine. So my sisters are feminine, lazy. We're going to make the lazy feminine, paresseuse, and we're going to add an s because it's plural, and we end up with this adjective here. So paresseuse is also one of those verbs that adjectives that are ending in an EUX, and when they now become feminine, they end in EUSE. All right, so when you're writing an essay, ask yourself, what gender is the noun that I'm describing? If it's feminine, you have to match the gender, all right, of the noun with the adjective that you are using there. Regular adjectives add an extra E if the noun they're describing is feminine. If the adjective ends in an E, do not add an extra E to describe a feminine noun. And if the adjective ends in a sharp accent, you can add another E after it. In fact, you have to add another E, all right? And then if the adjective ends in EUX, you change the EUX to EUSE, all right? And always remember that if your noun is plural, to a regular adjective, you add an S. So, practice these, right? Use them in your sentences. Learn to match your the genders of your nouns with the adjective. So make sure that if your noun is feminine, your adjective also becomes feminine. If your noun is masculine, your adjective is masculine. If your noun is plural, your adjective also is made plural. So we're going to look at the irregular ones in another lesson so that you can see what irregular adjectives to expect and how to write them in your essays. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Au revoir.